Welcome to Keepin' It Real, your go-to radio show for fresh insights and vibrant introductions. Get ready to dive into a world where we offer you the latest in real estate wisdom and the juiciest community tidbits. From expert advice courtesy of top realtors to opportunities to give back through local charities, we've got you covered. Plus, we'll shine a spotlight on the young athletes driving our local sports scene and uncover the buzzworthy happenings both in town and beyond. Stay tuned for a jam-packed hour of enlightenment and entertainment right here on Keepin' It Real.
All right, welcome everyone to our little community show, Keepin' It Real. I'm Dion Ethell, and I'll be your host for another week of guests and interesting facts behind the scenes of what makes Serria Vista great. If you've ever tuned in, you know that we have a number of different kinds of guests on Keepin' It Real. We host charities, event organizers, the city, local law enforcement, folks from our educational institutions, student athletes, business spotlights, even cool chats with interesting residents. And, of course, a little bit about the world of real estate because it is brought to you by the Sherry Ethell Team right here at Long Realty behind Denny's on Fry Boulevard. Now, in fact, stay tuned for a soon-to-be-released future show highlighting first-time buyer opportunities, interest rates, and the current local market. So that could be interesting for you if you're in the mood for some real estate and interested in buying your first home. So that'll be kind of cool. Maybe if you even bought multiple homes, it could be interesting, and maybe you can tell somebody about it. But today, we have a great lineup for you. We have two very special events coming up, so we're going to step behind the scenes with their coordinators, these two local events, and learn all about them and who they serve in our community. I won't spoil their announcements, so we'll dive right in. But after we remind you of a future event for next month that we really want your help and attendance on, that's the third annual Pups On Parade at Doc's Watering Hole on Saturday, November 15th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. You'll have music, food, vendors, auction items, on-site adoptions, and of course, our famous pups. And this isn't your ordinary dog show. It's an all-shelter dog pup pageant. Yep, that's the show dogs are actually all local shelter dogs trying to find a home. It's a unique way to band together with the community. The dogs get to stretch their legs and strut their stuff, and we all get to cheer them on as they walk the carpet. There will be judges for puppy awards, and you can even help us pick the People's Choice. All the proceeds go to the Friends of Serria Vista Animal Shelter to help with all of our wonderful spay and neuter clinics, vaccine clinics, emergency medical services, and really all the other needed services for our community of pets. And, of course, special thanks to the city of Serria Vista, especially the Serria Vista Police Department and our own Nancy J. Brewer Animal Care Center. We really hope to get you out to this awesome free show to support these animals. Of course, donations are welcome, and we'd love you to get in on the amazing prizes and stuff that we'll have on our auctions. You can also get in on sponsorship. Anyone can sponsor a dog, whether at the show or all of those dogs that are left behind at the shelter. $300 covers our show dogs and $150 for those at the shelter. We'll put photos of the animals with your logo and or your name up on the big screens the day of the event and on social media leading up to the day of the event, plus shout outs during the event to thank you for your special gift of life. It's a meaningful donation that'll cover adoption fees and some of the spay and neuter, microchip, and other health-related costs that kind of go into adoption. It's quite expensive these days, but the Friends will help cover the rest. And, of course, the entire event is brought to you by Doc's Watering Hole and the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty, in cooperation, of course, with the Friends of the Serria Vista Animal Shelter. All the donations will go to them. The city of Serria Vista, the Serria Vista Police Department, and our wonderful friends at the Nancy J. Brewer Animal Care Center. The ACOs will be with us to answer questions and help with adoptions, and who are absolutely symbiotic with all of the work that's done together to ensure our community remains free of unwanted pets and our animals are safe. We really couldn't do it without you, so I hope you'll come down. I hope to see you this year at this award-winning celebration of pets. This year, the third annual Pups On Parade at Doc's Watering Hole on Saturday, November 15th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's open to the public, and it's free, and bring your kids. It's a family-oriented event, and we'd love to have you. So mark that on your calendar, November 15th. All right, let's get our first guest in the studio and dive in right after a quick break. Don't turn that dial. It's Keepin' It Real.
What's in a name? Everything. Long Realty has been a cornerstone of Southern Arizona's real estate market for nearly 100 years. Our name is our bond, and our agents are our strength. Trust in the name that stands for experience and expertise. Visit longrealty.com or call 520-459-4993 to connect with an agent today. Long Realty. Smart move.
All right. Good Saturday morning to you. Welcome, everybody, to Keepin' It Real. This is Dion Ethell. I'm your host, and we're here at Long Realty Studios, the Sherry Ethell Team, right behind Denny's on Fry Boulevard. And I am joined in the studio today with two wonderful guests. I've got Tammey Saffo and I've got Janet Morlock, and they're both going to talk to us today about Relay for Life. Welcome to the studio.
Glad to be here.
Thank you. Good morning.
All right. Well, I kind of want to get to know each of you. Now, we've had Janet on the show many, many times, but we've never had you. So, Tammey, I kind of want to start with you, if that's okay.
Sure.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, how long have you been involved in this? How long have you been here in Serria Vista?
I've been involved with Relay for over 23 years. It started as a work team. One of our coworkers had cancer, and she started a team. So that's when I started. I moved here back in 1997. It was my husband's and I last duty station here at Fort Huachuca.
Oh, thank you for your service. That's awesome.
You're welcome.
So you guys came down to here, and you were, you said a coworker?
Yeah, used to work up on post, and she had breast cancer, and so she wanted to start a team. So that's
you
when
joined
we joined. Yep, I joined in. I'm the third team captain, and so our team has been here for over 23 years, involved with Relay for Life.
Wow, that's a long time. That's awesome. And Janet, tell us a little bit about yourself. I'm sure there's some new listeners here who haven't caught up to you either. So tell us about you. How long have you been in this?
I showed up here in 73. I was a junior in high school.
That's a bit ago.
That's a bit ago, so I'm almost a native. And kind of immediately after high school got involved with some volunteer work, did some volunteer firefighting, and went to school to get a degree in fire science before a lot of my gender was being hired. Just a different time, no regrets, had a great time with that.
And now you're retired, right?
But yeah, I am. And the volunteering got stuck in my head a lot. So that leads to caring about things, like you look at the plight of the cancer patient. And
right.
Then family members were impacted. And I started out doing the cancer walks in Tucson, where my sister lived. And then I got involved, like Tammey, through a work team was my very first Relay for Life.
What year did you start Relay for Life here?
I want to say I started Relay for Life 2010-ish.
Okay, so a bit.
And again, it was a work team, a co-worker with cancer. We put together a team, and we just walked all night. So,
that's awesome. Well, I appreciate both of you guys here. I want to learn all about the upcoming event. We've talked about it a couple different times. So if you've tuned in before, you may have heard Janet talking about it. We may have touched on it a few times to kind of lead into this event. And now we're here. We're here, and it's coming up here. So why don't you tell us, Tammey, when is this event?
The event is on Saturday, October 25th.
So it's close. It's only a week away.
Yep. And we're going to be in the park setting up early, but our event will start at 2, and it'll go through 10 o'clock at night. We are asking our survivors to be there. They usually check in with Leanne around 1 o'clock. So she hands out some things for the survivors and kind of lets them know what's going on if they're new to the event. And then we're going to have a lot of great fun. We have a lot of entertainment planned.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about, before we get too much into the details, into the weeds, tell me, between the two of you, what is the Relay for Life? I mean, really, for somebody who didn't know anything about it, what's it all about?
It is an amazing community gathering. And like I say, every time I'm with you, no matter what we're talking about, Serria Vista is a marvelous community for supporting people who maybe have some tough circumstances. One of my favorite parts, this is kind of a day camp. We'll all hang out for the entire day. Teams are out raising funds by walking, taking turns around the track to signify, that we're doing something that the cancer patients can't do. Back in the day, it was we walk because they can't sleep, and it's kind of backed off. People aren't interested in those 24-hour and 12-hour events anymore. People just, it's, society changes, but we still get a lot done in 10 hours. The mission of Relay for Life comes into play, and it's to raise funds to improve cancer survival, decrease incidences of new cancers, and improve the quality of life for patients. And that's probably the most important thing we do, is we improve the quality of life for not only the patient, but their caregiver and family. It affects everyone. So the vision, of course, is to end cancer as we know it for everyone. But until then, we want to support people who are suffering from the disease, and Relay does that with its signature element.
So tell me about some of those elements. So these are the things during the celebration that they're going to be doing?
Relay for Life, a lot of times you may hear celebrate, remember, fight back.
Okay.
So what that involves is we're celebrating our survivors who unfortunately have been told you have cancer.
Right.
We celebrate those that are going through the battle right now of going through chemotherapy, radiation, and also their families, of course, and their caregivers. We also remember those that we have lost. And so the third word that you'll hear is fight back. And we're fighting back against all cancers, hoping that one day we hope to not have to have this event anymore. The other thing with the celebrate and remember and fight back is that's signified by our luminarias that we have at the event. These luminarias, these are the white bags. The majority of them are bags. We do have some colored ones that are purple and gold as well.
Okay.
But basically, we have participants or just people that are coming the day of Relay to remember their loved ones. So usually they'll put in memory of or in honor of. Mm-hmm. And then we have a luminaria ceremony that they're lit up, and it's a beautiful sight to see, and it's to music. So we incorporate the luminarias to help signify three of the words that usually you'll hear with Relay for Life: to celebrate, remember, and fight back.
I kind of like that one thing that you touched on. You talked about celebration for cancer survivors and people who are fighting right now, but you also mentioned families and caregivers. So you're celebrating those people as well for their contribution in the fight.
I don't think you would talk to one cancer survivor and hear that their family didn't make a difference.
Yeah.
So caregivers, they're very important, you know. They help take on to their treatments. They help when they get down. It's just a support that's very much needed because it isn't always easy.
I think we've talked about this a few times. You know, I've had you on the show in previous years, but Janet, but there's some history here, right? This has been not the first year you've had it, so you've been doing it a long time. And of course, it's partnered with the American Cancer Society, right? And so tell me a little bit about kind of the history behind it.
The history is kind of cool, like many great things that happen in our world. It starts with a single person that was touched by something that made him, we need to build a better widget. We need to do whatever that is. And in this case, it was a surgeon in Tacoma, Washington. And in 1985, he had lost a young man to cancer. And he didn't feel enough was being done for research, enough was being done for people who were facing this horrific disease. And so he spent 24 hours in a spring day at a university track walking. He walked 83 miles, and it was cold like Washington can be in the spring, and he never sat down. He never rested. And if people were willing to give him a little bit of money, he would allow them to walk and run with him. And so that was the first Relay for Life, and a school teacher popped up and got a little media attention for him because she too thought it was important. So this single guy on the track. Well, then in 86, 19 teams around the country went, hey, that's a great idea.
Now everybody knows about them.
And they're everywhere. And then the next year there's more, and the next year's more. Well, you think ACS maybe started Relay for Life, but he didn't. Dr. Klatt started it. And then along about 92, American Cancer Society went, wow, this is working.
This is amazing, yeah.
So it became their signature event. Went global in 95. I mean, just from this one guy.
So it's in all kinds of different countries now. So 35. It's not just here, 35 different countries. Now, how long has it been going on here in Serria Vista?
This will be our 31st year. So
31st year.
Yeah, Serria Vista has done proud in representing Relay for Life.
That's awesome. And this is all going down again at Veterans Memorial Park. We want to kind of take a quick break, come back to this. We'll talk more about, again, the events and the different activities there, but we'll be right back. Keeping it real.
In a town with heart and history, the Sherry Ethell Team is the key. Serving Serria Vista, we agree. For military law and retirees. Stress-free process you will see. Personal care is our guarantee. Real integrity, real results. The Sherry Ethell Team, we never halt. Real experts here to guide your way, making dreams come true every single day. Trust a team that knows just what to do. The Sherry Ethell Team, working for you. Real integrity, real results. The Sherry Ethell Team is your one and only call.
All right, welcome back to Keepin' It Real, brought to you by the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty Studios. I am here joined with Tammey Saffo and Janet Morlock, and we're talking Relay for Life, the 2025 Relay for Life of Serria Vista on Saturday, October 25th, and it's 2 p.m. to 10 p.m., and it's all going down at Veterans Memorial Park. Now, we talked about the history, which is amazing, 31 years. That's hard to believe that we've been doing it that long. What about you're raising funds? How do those get used? What do they go for? What's the impact there for our community?
So the funds are used for research. They're also used for patient services and also advocacy. It's very important. We do not have a research center here in Serria Vista.
Right.
But I want to tell you a very short story.
Okay.
I know someone very personal to me who research is helping, and he's one of many. He went through 40 rounds of radiation. He was told
Wow.
he couldn't do radiation anymore. Research has helped. So within the last year, he's been told that, you know what, if it comes back, they can dial it in and use radiation again. So research is profound. We have grants that are given to doctors, and we've had some in Arizona even. The patient services, we have a 24/7 hotline that people can call any day of the week, any hour of the day, and get questions answered. They can get help. They can get information.
So if they're just starting their journey, they could kind of touch into this and learn more about what you guys do.
Yes, and they have... if you're just starting your journey and maybe need a little help with organization, they have a folder that pretty much helps you with doctor appointments, medication.
Oh, wow. That's neat.
They're there to help, and so this money goes towards that. It also goes towards information for patient services and early detection, education. So we're trying to remind people, hey, listen, do your annual exams. Women, do your mammograms, your pap smears. Men, do your PSAs.
Yeah.
Another incident where had a city worker and the city allowed for wellness checks. And had they not done this, this person would not have been diagnosed with this cancer and been as well off as he's doing today.
Wow.
So it makes a difference.
So that's amazing. It's particularly amazing that, technology keeps changing and we get all these breakthroughs. And so it's kind of neat that we're getting some ground on this to be able to continue the fight a little bit longer, maybe even find closer to that cure. And as far as, the actual event that you host, what kinds of things are going to be there? I mean, what kinds of activities will we find?
Well, we're going to have a DJ this year. DJ Mikey is going to be up there on the stage,
awesome.
Playing some music. So we're going to have fun with that. We have two great MCs, Sheriff Daniels and Jeff Davenport, that'll be up there on the stage helping us out.
Of course.
Along with the mayor will be there representing. But they're up there along with, we have some Serria Vista royalty that'll be there as well. And so they're going to help throughout the event. So some of the things that they're going to be doing are games and activities, such as the frozen T-shirt contest, which is
I remember that from last year, yeah.
It's always fun to see. And also hula hooping. We're going to have Women of Wisdom. We're going to be doing some Zumba.
Oh,
so
really?
Get out there.
Zumba, huh?
Yep. Get out there and get active. One of the best, I would say, activities, I think, of the event, and I think Janet would agree with me, is Mr. Relay. So we have gentlemen of all ages participate, and they get dressed up in women's clothing. and they lip sync to a song of their choosing for about 30 seconds.
Yikes.
And some of them have little dance routines. And so then after they get done, they're interviewed by the MCs and Miss Serria Vista team. And so once they get done, then they go out and they solicit for money that goes all back to Relay for Life. And that's a very big fundraiser, and people just have a lot of fun. And that occurs later in the evening. So everybody usually has a pretty good time with that. But they'll be dancing, and we'll have face painting as well. This year we have a youth area that we haven't had in quite some time.
Okay.
And thankfully we have a JROTC teacher that is heading that up, and she has gotten Serria Vista youth involved, JROTC, National Honor Society, the Key Club, Student Council. So they're going to be helping out with the kids area. They're going to be at jumping castle as well as basketball, and there will be some other games as well. Face painting will be there.
Sounds like fun.
It will be. And then as people are walking around the track, they're going to see what the teams are. They're usually either selling some arts and crafts or some baked goods to raise money, and the money goes towards Relay for Life. So
now tell us about the walking part of it. So now these teams and whatnot, or even individuals, really, they might have some friends or family or somebody who is sponsoring them to walk around the track, or how does that work?
Well, what happens usually is the teens sign up and they register, and they do fundraising. So it could be sponsorship from a local business here in town. It could be a cakewalk. It could be, we have the junior ROTC from Tombstone is doing a pennies fundraiser. So it's whatever they want to do. We have, sometimes they do car washes, but they sit there and raise money. And we do have some people that would sponsor, a youth to do so many laps, and
right.
they
But it's really got a lot more options then, so they can almost do anything then.
They can do anything that they
Raises
so
funds.
desire that helps raise money for cancer.
So do some of these guys, if they did a car wash ahead of time and they raised funds and they raised, $500 or whatever, then they just come and present that to you at the day of the event, or how's that?
Well, what happens is we have meetings throughout the year because we're fundraising and trying to coordinate for this event year round. So we have meetings, and so the teams come to the meetings, they can turn in the money. And we have, with technology, it's been really amazing. We have a fundraising app that a lot of people use.
Oh.
You just download it on your phone. American Cancer Society fundraising app.
Okay.
So you can download that, and people can take money through that.
Oh, that's neat.
They can go online and buy credit card and donate by that as well. And so the teams will come to the meetings, and next Monday we're having our bank night. So they come to the meeting, they turn in their luminarias, they turn in money, they pick up supplies that we get for them for their team site. And so we just have a lot of fun. We're there for a reason, but we're there to also have fun and bring the community together, and it's an amazing community that we have.
Sounds awesome. Well, let's take a quick break. When we come back, though, maybe you can give us how to contact you guys. What's the best way to connect up with you, whether it be websites or other people. We'll get that from them. So this is, again, Dion Ethell. I'm here with Keepin' It Real, and I'm here with Tammey Saffo and Janet Morlock from Relay for Life. We'll be right back, folks.
Discover excellence in real estate with the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty, your premier choice in Cochise County. Sherry's amazing team brings honesty, expertise, and a deep understanding of the local market. Whether you're a first-time buyer or a seasoned homeowner, they're committed to your peace of mind and handle every detail for you. Their approach? Personalized service. Above and beyond transactional real estate, building lifelong relationships, nationwide connections, local expertise. There's a reason this team is amongst the top realtors in Arizona and across the nation. You owe it to yourself to call or visit the Sherry Ethell Team, the top team at Long Realty, behind Denny's on Fry Boulevard in Serria Vista. Call or text 717-599-2439 or Google us for more info. Real integrity, real results.
All right, welcome back to Keepin' It Real. I'm Dion Ethell with the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty Studios here. I'm a team realtor, but I'm also the host of the show, and I'm here joined with Tammey Saffo and Janet Morlock from Realty for Life. This is the big Pirates of the Caribbean, I think, is your theme this year, right? Right. And it's the 2025 Relay for Life of Serria Vista. It's going to be a big event. It's Saturday, October 25th from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. That's when the bulk of the event's going down at Veterans Memorial Park. Now, we were just talking before the break about a lot of the activities and whatnot that you're having. I hear there's something new this year that you guys are having. Maybe you can tell me about that, Janet.
We decided that we wanted to kind of up the volume and up the participation a little.
Yeah.
And I know Tammy's already talked about that with things like our theme laps where people are going to get, you've got to be there when the two competing JROTCs from Tombstone and Buena, they got out there and they did a shout down cancer last year.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
It was amazing. And it was pretty off the cuff. They didn't really even plan it much. We always do the survivor lap, and you're going to want to be there for that because we're opening up at 2 o'clock, and by 3 o'clock we'll have the survivors. And if you want to feel good about something, and if you want to see strength and resiliency, I know we got to raise money, but my favorite part of Relay is actually that lap, because I have a picture that that's on my Facebook page right now, and it's the survivors lap, and it's a survivor. And she looks like she's happy. She looks like she just won the Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstake because she's out reuniting with her friends from last year's relay.
Yeah.
And the amount of joy that these people maintain while going through treatment, the amount of happiness. Recently, I was talking to an oncology nurse, and I asked, how do you do that when you deal with people who they're not always having good days with you? And her comment was, because they're the most upbeat people I've ever been around when it came to nursing. I've never seen anything like it. They come in, they're happy, they smile, they bring us cookies. And so that positivity, that energy flow, kind of lets the rest of us know that we can beat anything that
Right.
we come across. So,
Makes our problems small.
so that's the routine stuff that we're going to keep doing forever. But this year we decided to pump it up a little with this spectacular chance to win because, well, we want people there celebrating our survivors, our caregiver. We want people out there enjoying those luminaries. We want people sharing the hope till that very end. So we have a closing lap. We decided that if we did something spectacular at the end of the event, that people would
Stick
stay.
around. Yeah.
So I'm not going to tell you a whole lot about that because you're going to be at the event to hear a little more about it. But we've got some great prizes that were donated by some sponsors this year. We've got some items that are going to make for great raffles.
Yeah.
Great prizes. You're going to want to stay around till the bitter end. We're also going to do some cool stuff because, after all, we are the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Right.
We're asking teams to decorate their campsites so we can have a contest for the best pirate-themed decorations.
Is anybody going to be dressed as pirates?
And
Yes,
that's
of
where we
course.
were going. You bet. And so best costumes.
Awesome.
Because cancer is a serious topic.
It is.
But keeping people upbeat and having fun is also a huge part of life.
Right.
We live for quality of life. And so we want to make it fun. So those are one of the things we're seeing. I can't wait to see what you put on. I really can't. I'm expecting that.
I don't know.
And I do want to let you know, I'll Zumba if you Zumba. So there's a
okay.
little challenge
Got a
there.
little bit of a
and
challenge.
I have no grace or coordination, so I just wanted to throw
me
that
neither.
out to you. We're just going to keep it upbeat. It's going to be a nonstop action. We'll set you up with a way to win that for our registered participants.
Yeah.
So they're going to want to be there. They're going to get dialed in and be part of that. We also have a treasure hunt going on again. It's pirates. So the treasure hunt's kind of new this year. And we have an event leadership member, and she put together an amazing treasure hunt. And not only does it involve the participants, it involves everybody who's got a campsite set up because they're going to be part of the treasure hunt. And when we complete that in the afternoon, everybody who found all their treasures and has all their stamps, they're going to have a chance at another raffle for another pretty great prizes. So we know that, gifts are motivators,
Absolutely, right.
Are you good at Christmas so Santa takes care of you? Gifts are motivators.
Exactly.
So I think those are all really cool things for Sierra Vista. That's going to make our 31st pretty darn incredible. And I really want to I'm going to shout out to Tammey right now, the backbone of this event, who keeps us all on track and picks up the ball when one of us drops it. She's over there getting all blushy.
Well, more than 2 decades, you had a little practice, right?
She is a dynamo while dealing with a whole lot of life. So
welcome to Keepin It
thanks,
Real.
Tammy.
Your go-to radio
Since
show
we're
for
talking
fashion
about
sites
you,
and
maybe you
vibrant
can help us
introductions.
with,
Get ready
now
to
somebody's
dive into a
listening
world
and they
where
want to
we
be part
offer
of
you
this
the
thing, they want
latest
to
in real estate
participate,
wisdom
or they
and
want to
the
volunteer to
juiciest
help
community
out, or they want
tidbits.
to do
From
any
expert
part of
advice
this, or
courtesy
maybe
of top
just find out
realtors
some more
to
information
opportunities
about
to
how do
give
they
back
do
to
that?
local
Where do they go to
charities.
get that
We've
information?
got you covered.
Well, you will
Plus,
find
we'll
that
shine
we
a spotlight
do
on the young
have
athletes
posters
driving
around
our local
town, and
sports
there's
scene and
information on that.
uncover the buzzworthy
But
happenings
if you
both
want to
in town
Google it,
and
you can just
beyond.
do Relay
Stay
for Life
tuned
of
for a
Sierra
jam-packed
Vista,
hour of enlightenment
or
and
the actual
entertainment right here
website
on
is
Keepin It Real.
relayforlife.org.
All right, welcome everyone to our little community show, Keepin It Real. I'm Dion Ethell. I'll be your
And
host
you can
for another
also
week of
call
guests
our
and
event
interesting
lead,
facts
Lena
behind the scenes of
Sanchez,
what makes Sierra
and
Vista
her
great.
phone
If
number
you've ever
is
tuned in, you know that we have a number of different kinds of guests on Keepin It Real. We host charities, event organizers,
Also,
the city,
if,
local
there's
law
survivors
enforcement,
out
folks from our
there and they
educational
wanna get some
institutions,
information,
student
they can touch
athletes,
base
business spotlights,
with our
even cool chats
survivor
with interesting
lead, and that's
residents.
Leanne Schmidt.
And of
And
course,
her
a little
phone
bit about the world of real
number
estate
is
because it is brought to you by the Sherry Ethell Team right here at Long Realty behind Denny's on Fry
249-6164.
Boulevard.
And
Now, in
also,
fact,
of course,
stay tuned for a
out there, if they find
soon-to-be-released
any
future show
posters we
highlighting
have
first-time
hanging around
buyer opportunities,
town,
interest
we
rates,
have those
and the
QR
current local
codes
market.
for
So that could
everybody
be
who likes
interesting for you
technology,
if you're
and
in the
that'll
mood
take 'em
for
right
some
to
real
it.
estate and
Now,
interested
last of all,
in
before we
buying
go,
your
I
first
want to
home.
ask
So
you
that'll be
about
kinda
the
cool.
cans. I know that
maybe if you
we always
even
talk
bought
about the
multiple
cans
homes,
of
it could be
foods
interesting,
that
and
you
maybe
use
you
for
can
the
tell somebody
luminary,
about it. But
kind of hold them,
today
weight them
we have
down,
a great
right?
lineup for you. We have two very
I know
special
there's
events
still
coming up.
time to
So
bring
we're
some of
going to
those
step
in. Can
behind
they
the
bring them in
scenes
to the
with
day
their
of the event
coordinators,
even?
these two
Yes,
local
they
events,
can.
and
We
learn
would
all about
love for
them
them
and
to bring
who
them
they
in the
serve
day of
in
the
our
event.
community.
And
I
what
won't
kind of camp
spoil
foods
their
are they?
announcements, so we'll dive
we-
right
Expiration
in.
dates
But
I know
after
are
we
important.
remind you of a
Yes,
future
we
event for next
usually,
month that we
ask
really
people
want
if
your
they
help and
wouldn't
attendance
mind
on.
to try
That's the
and get
third
the
annual
15-ounce
Pups on
cans,
Parade
just the
at Doc's
regular
Watering Hole on
vegetables or
Saturday,
pasta
November
or something
15th
like
from
that.
11 a.m.
We
to
also
2
ask
p.m.
that if
You'll have
they,
music, food, vendors,
could,
auction items,
to make
on-site
sure the
adoptions, and of
expiration
course,
date
our
is
famous
later
pups.
than July
And this isn't
31st
your
of
ordinary dog show.
2026.
It's an all-shelter
we
dog
do
pup
give
pageant.
back to the
Yep,
community,
that's the show dogs
and
are
so
actually
we
all
will
local
have a
shelter
couple of food
dogs
banks
trying to
that
find a
we
home.
give
It's a
these
unique
cans to.
way
So
to
we-
band together
Use them
with the
near the
community.
Correct.
The dogs get to stretch
Yes,
their
they're gonna
legs
go
and strut their
directly to a
stuff,
couple
and we
of
all
food
get to cheer
banks
them
here in
on as they
town.
walk the carpet.
And we
There
wanna
will
make
be
sure to
judges
give
for puppy
them
awards, and you can even help us
time,
pick the
through-
people's choice.
through their
All the
process
proceeds
for,
go to the Friends of
helping
Sierra Vista
people
Animal
here
Shelter to
within
help
the
with all of our
community.
wonderful
So
spay and
we
neuter
would
clinics,
so greatly
vaccine clinics,
appreciate.
emergency
We'll
medical
take
services,
anything and everything
really
the
all
day
the
of
other
relay,
needed
of the
services
food
for our
cans, the
community of
luminarias.
pets. And of course, special
we'll
thanks
take
to
it
the
all.
city of Sierra
I know
Vista,
that's a lot to
especially
cover in
the
such
Sierra
a
Vista
short
Police
amount of
Department
time.
and
I
our own
appreciate
Nancy
all the
J.
time
Brewer
that you
Animal
have
Care
given us.
Center.
Is there
We
anything
really
else
hope
that you
to
guys
get
want
you
to shout
out to
out
this
one more
awesome
time
free show to support
before
these
we
animals.
go?
Of course,
I would
donations
like
are
to
welcome, and we'd
do a
love you
shout
to
out
get in
to our
on the
sponsors, the
amazing
local businesses
prizes
here
and
in
stuff that
Sierra
we'll have on
Vista.
our auctions.
We have some top
You can also
sponsors,
get in on
Perriton,
sponsorship.
Texas
Anyone can
Roadhouse,
sponsor a dog,
AAA
whether
Fort
at the show
Storage,
or all
Aloe
of those
Fiber,
dogs that are left behind at the
Combat
shelter.
Veterans Motorcycle
$300
Association
covers our show dogs and
32.4,
$150 for
Patriot
those
Development and
at the shelter. We'll
Services,
put
RV
photos of the
City,
animals with
and
your logo
Sulphur
and or your
Springs Valley
name up on the big
Electric
screens the day of the
Cooperative.
event
I
and
tell you what,
on
we
social
couldn't
media
do it
leading up
without
to the
the
day of the event,
sponsorship
plus
here
shout outs during the
of our
event
local
to thank you for
businesses.
your special
We
gift
so
of life.
greatly
It's a
appreciate
meaningful
what they
donation
do
that'll cover
for this
adoption
event,
fees and some of the spay and neuter,
as well,
microchip, and other
obviously,
health
as
related costs that kind of go into adoption. It's quite expensive these days, but the friends will help cover the rest. And of course, the entire event is brought to you by Doc's Watering Hole and the Sherry Ethell Team
I'm going
at
to throw
Long
in a
Realty,
big shout out
in
to the media
cooperation,
people
of
such as
course,
yourself,
with the
because
Friends of the
truthfully,
Serria
if we
Vista
don't get
Animal
the word
Shelter.
out,
All the
people
donations will go to
don't show
them.
up. We can't
The
just build
city
a
of
track and
Serria
expect them
Vista,
to
the
come. It
Serria
doesn't
Vista
work
Police
that way.
Department, and our wonderful
And
friends at
so,
the Nancy J. Brewer Animal
luminarias,
Care Center.
we can always
The
use more
ACOs will
luminarias.
be
And
with us
if
to
you want
answer
to see what that
questions
looks
and
like,
help
we also
with
have a
adoptions,
Relay for Life
and
of
who
Sierra
are
Vista
absolutely
Facebook page.
symbiotic with all the
And
work
you'll get
that's
to see what
done
those
together to
luminaries are,
ensure
and
our
you can
community
you can
remains
either
free of
come
unwanted
get them
pets
from
and
us
our
if you'd like
animals
fresh
are
ones by
safe.
calling calling one of the phone
We really
numbers
couldn't
that
do
we're
it
giving
without
out.
you, so I hope you'll
Or
come
if you
down.
wanna
I hope
show
to
up
see you
on
this year
date night,
at this
which is
award-winning
next
celebration
Monday,
of
which
pets
makes it
this
the
year,
date,
the third
please.
annual
The
Pups
20th,
on
October
Parade
20th
at Docks
from
Watering
5 to
Hole
7
on Saturday,
at
November
the Serria
15th from
Vista
11 a.m. to
United
2
Methodist
p.m.
Church
It's
over
open to
on
the public and it's
3225
free.
St. Andrews
And bring your
Drive.
kids.
All right.
It's
Well,
a
there you heard it. All kinds of
family-oriented
places and
event,
ways to
and
get
we'd
a
love
hold
to
of
have
these
you.
folks.
So mark that on
All
your
kinds of
calendar.
ways to learn more about
15th.
the.
All right, let's get our first guest in the studio
Relay
and
for
dive in
Life.
right after a
And
quick break.
Again, one
Don't turn
last
that dial.
time.
This
It's
is Keepin' It
Saturday,
Real.
October 25th.
2
What's in
p.m.
a
to
name?
10 p.m. Veterans Memorial
Everything.
Park. It's going to be amazing.
Long Realty
It's
has
the
been a cornerstone
2025
of Southern
Relay for
Arizona's
Life of
real
Sierra
estate
Vista,
market for
the
nearly
31st
100
annual
years.
event
Our name
here
is our
in this
bond,
town,
and our
we
agents
just
are our
love
strength.
that you're doing this.
Trust in the
So
name
thank you.
that stands
Thank
for
you.
experience and
And
expertise.
we appreciate you guys coming and spend
Visit
some time with us. So I
longrealty.com
hope
or call
everybody comes out. Anybody listen,
520-459-4993
make sure
to
you're
connect with an
great
agent
cause and a great
today.
way to come together for it.
Long
We'll be right
Realty.
back, folks, after these messages.
Smart move.
The Sherry Ethell Team, Long Realty Studios.
All right,
Keepin'
good
It Real.
Saturday morning to you. Welcome everybody to
We're the
Keepin' It
real
Real.
wayfinders,
This is Dion Ethell.
the
I'm your host,
trailblazers, the
and we're
go-getters.
here
In a
at
town
Long
where the
Realty
desert
Studios,
waits
the Sherry
before
Ethell
dawn.
Team,
We don't just
right behind
talk,
Denny's on
we
Fry
make
Boulevard.
things
And
happen.
I am joined in the
And when
studio
we
today
speak,
with
it's
two wonderful
real.
guests.
It's
I've got
genuine,
Tammey
and it's
Saffo
worth hearing.
and I've
Tune
got
in
Janet
every
Morlock,
Saturday morning
and they're
at
both
7
going to talk to
a.m.
us
on
today
Cool
about
104.1
Relay
FM.
for Life.
Join
Welcome
the
to
Sherry
studio.
Ethell Team for
Glad to be
Keeping It
here.
Real,
Thank you.
where
Good
top
morning.
realtors,
All right.
local
Well,
heroes,
I kind of
and
want
the
to get
heartbeat
to
of
know
our
each of
community
you. Now,
come
we've had
together.
Janet on the show
Raw,
many
authentic
times.
conversations,
Had you?
expert
So,
market
Tammy, I kind
insights,
of want to
and the
start with
best
you,
local
if that's
events
okay.
you can't afford
Sure.
to
Tell
miss.
us a little
Keeping
bit
it
about
real,
yourself.
celebrating our
Like,
community.
how long have you been
Bold,
involved in this? How long
genuine,
have you been here
one
in
of a
Sierra
kind.
Vista?
I've been involved with Relay
Hey,
for
good
over
morning,
23
good Saturday
years.
morning
It
to you.
started
This is
as
Dion
a
Ethell,
a
and
work
this is Keepin' It
team.
Real.
One of
Brought to you
our
by the Sherry Ethell Team at
coworkers
Long
had
Realty
cancer, and she
Studios.
started a
I'm sitting in
team.
the
So that's
studio
when I
today
started.
with Brandon Sharp.
I moved
Brandon,
here
you've
back in
been with us a
1997.
couple
It
of
was my
times for
husband's
different
and
events that
I
you've
last
put
duty
together,
station
right?
here
Yes,
at
sir.
Fort
So
Huachuca.
welcome to the show.
Thank you for your
Thank
service.
you.
You're
So
welcome.
today we're going to talk
So you guys
about
came
another
down to
event that
here,
you've done.
and
just
you
for
were-
those
was it-
people who
you said a
don't really know
coworker?
much about
Yeah,
you, you're an
used to work
event organizer,
up
but that's
at-
not your
on
day
post,
job, right? What's your
and,
day job?
She had breast
Do
cancer, and so
landscaping
she
and odd
wanted to
jobs
start
and
a
stuff like
team.
that.
So you do this
that's
as
when
you
we-
work for your day
we
job,
joined-
but you do
Yep,
this for
I
fun.
joined in.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm the third team
Is
captain.
it still fun?
Oh, yeah.
I gotta ask that because
so
you've done so many now.
Our team
Yeah,
has
it's-
been here
it's,
for
sometimes
over
it
20
can be
years,
challenging and
involved
stuff,
with
but
Relay
I
for Life.
enjoy it.
Wow,
I
that's a
don't
long
let it beat
time.
me up.
That's
It's a
awesome.
good time.
So, Janet, tell us a little bit about yourself. I'm sure there's some new listeners here
to
who
help
haven't
out the
gone up to
community
you
in
either.
different ways.
So
And
tell
he
us
found
about
that there
you.
were so many
I
different
don't know.
organizations.
I showed up
that
here
could
in
use help.
73. I was
Now,
a junior in high
I don't even
school.
know how many
Yeah.
organizations you've
That's a
helped.
bit
Have
ago,
you
so I'm
counted how
almost
many
an
you've
native.
helped?
No,
It's gotta be a
And
lot.
kind of
Yeah,
immediately
there's a lot
after
of
high
them.
school got involved with some
He basically
volunteer
comes
work
in
and
and
volunteer
sets up an event,
firefighting and
very creative
school
events and
to,
everything, and
educate
they are
and
not
fire science
just your
before a lot of my
you know,
gender was
everybody
being
get together
hired.
in a
Just a
parking
different
lot
time,
kind of
you know,
thing.
no regrets, had a great
he's got
time with
music
that.
and
And now you're
vendors
retired,
and
right?
But
food
yeah,
and
I am.
drinks
In
and
the
all
whole
kinds of
the
things, and
volunteering
then people
got
show
stuck
up
in my
and
head a
car
lot.
shows and bike shows
So
and all
that
kinds of
leads
things.
to
He
caring
does this
about
all
things,
to benefit
like
some
you look
kind
at
of
the plight of
charity
the
or
cancer
multiple charities
patients, and
sometimes, right?
Then
Yes.
family members
So,
were impacted. And
what are we
I
talking about
started
this
out
time?
doing
Let's start off. I know you
big
got
cancer
two of them
walks in
coming up, but
Tucson,
one of them
where my
here is
sister
coming up
lived.
real soon.
And then
And that's
I got
on
involved,
the
like
18th,
Tammy,
is
through
that
the work
right?
team was my
So
very
this is
first
Saturday,
Relay for
October
Life.
Relay for Life today. And
I
what is
wanna
that?
say
Tell
I
me about
started
that one.
Relay
So
for
on the
Life
18th,
Okay.
from 4 to
2010-ish.
8, I'm
Okay.
hosting a
So a
bike
bit.
night
And
and
again, well, it
veteran
was a
food
work
drive
team, you know,
at
that's
Docks
not
Watering Hole.
co-working with cancer. We
Helping
put
the local
together a
American
team,
Legion
and
Post
we
52
Well,
in the
you just
Warrior
walked
Healing
all
Center.
night, so,
Wow.
Okay, so
Well,
the
I
American
appreciate
Legion
both of
Warrior
you guys
Healing
here. I
Center
want to
is
learn
awesome.
all about
And
the
so is
upcoming
everybody
event.
going to be riding their
We
motorcycles
talked
to
about
the
a couple
event?
different times, so
Absolutely,
if you've
yeah.
tuned in
And
before, you
even
may
if
have
you don't have a
heard Janet
motorcycle, just
talking about
you
it.
can
We may
still
have
come on
touched
and
on
hang
it a
out,
few
and
times
it's going to be
to
a
kind
great
of
time
lead
helping the local
into
veterans in our
this
community.
event.
Okay,
And now we're here.
I think you
we're
know
here,
you
and
had
it's
mentioned
coming
to
up
me
here.
before
So
one time
tell
that
us,
you were
why don't you
doing
tell
a
us,
can
Tammy,
drive or
when
something
is
for
this
that one as
event?
well?
Yes, sir.
The event is
what does
on
that look like?
Saturday,
What do you
October
need? Because these
25th.
were
So it's close.
I
It's
wanna
only a
say
week
that
away.
Yep.
Were these
and
canned
we're going
foods
to
or?
be
Yes, sir.
in the
We're
park
collecting
setting up
non-perishable
early,
food
but
items.
our event will start
And
at
there'll
2,
be boxes
and
where you
it'll
can put
go
them,
through 10 o'clock
drop
at
them off
night.
there at the bar
We
at
are
docks, and then
asking
we're
our
collecting them all through the whole
survivors
month of
to be
October.
there.
Oh, wow.
They
So
usually
not
check
just
in
that
with
day.
Leanne
Yeah.
around
We
1
started
o'clock.
actually collecting
So
October 1st.
she hands out
So are
some
there already
things for
boxes
the
there?
survivors.
There should be.
and
If not,
kinda
they will
lets them
be
know what's
dropped
going
off
on
here
if they're
shortly.
new to the
Okay.
event.
So
And,
there's an
and then we're gonna
opportunity
have a lot of
for you
great
to
fun.
do that
We have a
even
lot of
before the event
entertainment
starts and then
planned.
even
Yeah.
after the
So
event's
let's
over.
talk
you
a
can
little
still
bit
come in
about,
and do that.
before
So if
we
you show
get
up
too
and you
much into the
forgot, "Oh, no, I
details and
forgot
the
my
weeds,"
canned food.
tell me,
It's okay.
like,
Still
between
come
the two of you
absolutely.
and drop
What
some more
is
off.
And
the
what
Relay
Relays
for
go
Life?
to?
I mean, really, for somebody who didn't know anything about it, what's it all about?
American
It
Legion,
is
and
an
then some of
amazing
the food
community
goes
gathering,
to
and like
the
I
Warrior
say every
Healing
time
Center.
I'm with
to the
you,
food
no matter what
pantry.
we're
Yes, sir.
talking
Oh,
about,
that's
Sierra
awesome.
Vista is a
We-
marvelous
we've helped
community
donate to
for
them as well
supporting
for that.
people
We
who
really like
maybe
that.
have some
All
tough
of our shopping with Sherry
circumstances.
stuff goes
One of
to
my
that,
favorite
so
parts
we
is
really,
it's kind of a day
enjoy
camp.
helping them
We'll
out.
all
I know
hang
that
out for the
that's a
entire day.
ongoing
Teams
thing
are out
because
raising
they're
funds
hooking
by
people up
walking,
every
taking
week
turns
with that
around the
stuff.
track to
So
signify,
this is Saturday,
you know, that
October
we're doing
18th, which is
something that the
today.
cancer
And
patients
although
can't
it's
do.
morning, and this
Back
thing
in the day,
kicks
it
off
was
at
we
4
walk
o'clock.
because they
So
can't sleep, and
you got to get busy
it's kind
here
of
pretty
backed off.
quick.
People aren't
and go
interested in
off
those
and take
24-hour
care
and
of this.
12-hour events
What all
anymore.
kinds of things?
People
Walk me
just,
through
it's,
what
you
the
know,
setup
society
looks like,
changes,
something like that,
and,
right? I mean,
you
what
know,
do you do?
and
Because
but we still get a lot done in 10 hours.
Oh
yeah.
The mission of Relay for Life comes into play, and it's to raise funds to improve cancer survival, decrease incidences of new cancers, and improve the quality of life for patients. And that's probably the most important thing we do, is we improve the quality of life, not only a patient, but their caregiver and family. It affects everyone. So the vision, of course, is to end cancer as we know it for everyone. But until then, we want to support
And so
people
once you get
who
the
are
flyers
suffering from the
constructed, you
disease,
get
and
those
Relay
things
does
out,
that with its
then
signature
obviously you're
element.
doing some
So
PR
tell me
stuff
about
here.
what
You're
some
trying
of
to
those
get it out
elements
over
are.
the
These
radio,
are the
get people
things
interested
during the
and talk
celebration
about
that
it
they're
a
going to be
little bit.
doing.
And it's still got plenty
Relay
of
for
time because
Life,
it's not till
a lot
4
of
today,
times
so
you may
you got
hear
plenty of time to
Celebrate,
think about it.
Remember,
Great
Fight
place to
Back.
be tonight.
So
what kinds
what
of
that
things go
involves
into
is
just
we're
the
celebrating
process there? So
our
once this
survivors
happens,
who
you're not
unfortunately
having
have
a
been
show
told
though
you
on
have
this one,
cancer.
right?
No.
So it's just bring your bikes. People can
we
come out, check
celebrate
out
those
each
that are
other's
going
bikes,
through the
but
battle
this
right
is more
now
of a gathering, a
of
social
going
Yeah.
through
It's just,
chemotherapy,
you know, like
radiation,
bike night,
and
food drive, just
also their
helping, you know, just
families, of
basically
course,
just
and
like
their
you just said, like a
caregivers.
social thing,
We
and we're
also
all,
remember
bike
those
rally.
that we have
and
lost.
accepting
And so the
donations for
third
the
word
vets,
that you'll
so,
hear
you know,
is
just,
fight back.
yeah.
And we're
Even
fighting
if you
back
don't have a
against
bike,
all
like,
cancers,
it's open to the
hoping
public,
that
so,
one
like, I
day we
just
hope to
try
not
to do
have to
something
have
different,
this
you know.
event anymore.
I did a
The other
bike
thing
night
with the
food drive a
Celebrate
couple
and
years ago,
Remember
back
and
in
Fight Back is
2019. I helped out
that's
the Peaches
signified by
Pantry
our
at Tompkins
luminarias
Park.
that we have at the
I had
event.
a food vendor,
These
had a
luminarias,
lady come
these
sew on
are
like
the
patches
white
and stuff for
bags.
us,
The
and
majority
bags,
of them
yeah.
are
There's a lot of different clubs
bags.
that
We
came
do
out. It
have
was a
some
good
colored
time.
ones that
Well,
are
this will
purple
be
and
fun
gold
and a
as
little
well.
easier on you because
But
somebody else is cooking.
basically, we
Somebody's
have
doing all that
participants or
legwork.
just people
So that's
that
good.
are
So
coming
yeah,
the day of
you just kinda
relay
have to show up
to
for that
remember their
part of
loved
it.
ones. So
But then you've got to
usually they'll
collect all
put in
these
memory
things,
of or in
who
honor
collects all the
of.
food
And
that
then we
you-
have a
that you get?
luminaria
Is that you?
ceremony that they're lit up, and it's a beautiful sight to see, and it's to
at the end of
music.
the month,
So
I'll be
we
delivering all the
incorporate
food
the
to where it
luminarias to
needs
help
to go.
signify through the words that
That's amazing.
usually
And then
you'll hear
anybody
with
who
Relay for
makes a
Life to celebrate,
donation,
remember, and fight back.
how does that work?
I kind of like
Do they
that
make
one thing
them
that you touched
to
on. You talked
you
about
and for the Warrior
celebration
Heroes?
for
How does that
cancer
work?
survivors
So,
and people who are fighting right now. But you also mentioned families and caregivers.
So they can either
So you're
do, like,
celebrating
cash
those
donations
people as
or
well for
whatever-
their
or whatever,
contribution in the
charity they
fight.
want it.
I
But
don't think
we're gonna,
you
like,
would
split
talk
it
to
up from the
one
Legion to the Warrior
cancer
Healing Center, so each one
survivor
gets,
and
like,
hear that their
a
family
portion,
didn't
I
make
guess
a
you would say,
difference.
An equal portion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And none of it's going to you,
caregivers,
right?
they're
So
very
you're just
important.
splitting amongst
you
these
know,
charities. That's
they
what I
help,
like. What's beautiful
take
about
them
you,
to their
Brennan,
treatments.
and
They
this
help
cool
when
work
they
that you
get
do
down.
is
It's just a
you don't
support.
collect any pay for
It's very
this.
much
You're
needed
doing
because
this
it isn't
100%
always
on your own.
easy.
This
I think
is
we've
something
talked
that
about
you
this a
dreamed
few
of,
times,
something
you know,
that
I've
you
had
put
you on the show
together
in previous
and then
years, but
you
Janet,
execute
but
it.
there's some
And
history
sometimes
here,
you'll have
right?
help,
This
but
has been
most
not
of the time it's
the first
a
year
big
you've
part of
had
it
it,
is
so
you
you've been doing
and
it
the
a
people
long
that you
time,
kind of brought
and
together,
of course
this
it's partnered
network
with
of
the
other
American
people
Cancer
who
Society,
either
right?
need
Yeah,
something
so tell
or
me a
can
little bit
provide
about
something
kind of the history
and
behind
put them
it.
all
The
to
history
work.
is kind of cool.
And
Like
that's pretty
many
cool.
great
Sometimes
things
it's like
that
it's
happen in
good
our
to have
world. It
people
starts
like
with
that
a
are
single
helping you, but
person
sometimes it's
that
like
was touched by
it's better
something that
sometimes
made
to
them,
just
we
do
need
it
to build build a better widget. We like to do
no,
whatever
I follow
that
you.
is.
It can
and in
be
this
a
case,
little
it was a surgeon
tough
in
when you
Tacoma,
got a whole
Washington.
bunch of people
And
to
in
try to put them all together, and
1985,
then to
he
get
had lost
everybody
a
on the
young
same
man to
page
cancer,
and do it.
and he
sometimes
didn't feel
too,
enough
you can
was
almost
being
have
done
too
for
many
research,
people in a
enough was
small
being
venue.
done for people who are
and then,
facing this horrific
especially like
disease.
this one, it
And
doesn't
so
have your
he
usual
spent
flair
24
of
hours
car
on a
shows
spring
and all
day
kinds of
at a
craziness going on.
university
So
track,
a little bit easier to
walking.
manage.
He walked
You can just
83
come in,
miles,
enjoy
and it was
yourself,
cold,
hang
like
out,
Washington can be in the
donate to a
spring,
worthy
and
cause
he
and
never
help
sat
these
down. He never rested.
organizations,
And
both
if
the
people
American
were willing
Legion
to
and the
give him a
Warrior
little
Healing
bit of
Center.
money, he would
Besides, I
allow
feel
them
like,
to walk
the
and run
veterans
with
don't
him.
get enough,
And so that was the
love
first
and,
relay for
support
life, and
sometimes
a
for-
school
and there's
teacher popped up
always a
and
need.
got a little
If you
media
listen to
attention
those
for
guys
him
that
because
talk,
she
I
too
mean,
thought it was
the
important.
need
So
is
this
so
single
big,
guy on the track.
and the
Well,
number of
then in
people that they see
'86,
every
19
week,
teams
I was
around the country
shocked
went, "Hey,
how
that's a
many people
great
come
idea."
into, like, the
Now
Warrior
everybody
Healing
knows
Center.
about it. Yeah,
And they're everywhere. And then the next year there's more, and the next year there's more. Well, you think ACS maybe started Relay for Life, but he didn't. Dr. Klatt started
crazy,
it.
isn't it?
And then along about 92,
it's
American
phenomenal, the
Cancer
work that they're
Society
doing
went,
and
wow,
the amount of
this is
people,
working.
This is
and
amazing, their lives that they're touching.
So it became their signature
good for them,
event.
good for
Went
everybody.
global
And
in
of course, American
95.
Legion is
I mean,
always
just
awesome.
from this
And
one
so
guy.
So it's in all
Brandon's
kinds of different
night
countries
and
now.
veteran food.
It's not
Certified.
just here,
at Doc's
35
Watering
different
Hole
countries.
tonight at
Now, how long has
4
it been
to 8
going on
p.m.
here in Serria Vista?
Correct.
This will be our
So
31st
we're going to take
year.
a quick
so
break.
First
And
year.
when
Yeah,
we come back,
Serria
we're going to
Vista
talk
has
about
done-
another event
done
coming up
proud
just the
in
following
representing
weekend.
Relay
You're
for
going to be a
Life.
tired
That's
guy after
awesome.
this.
And
month.
this is all going
the
down
month
again
for
at
activities.
Veterans
So folks,
Memorial
we'll be right
Park.
back,
We want to kind of take a quick
hit it
break,
up with Brandon
come back
again
to
and get
this.
to this
We'll talk
next
more about
event that he's got. It's
again,
really
the
cool event,
events
and it's
and
really
the
helping
different
some
activities
special
there.
people.
But we'll be right back.
Keep it
Do
real.
uneasy markets have you waiting for the ideal moment to make home ownership a reality? Your answer lies in a conversation with Sherry Ethell and her exceptional team at Long Realty, a name synonymous with trust and reliability in Arizona's real estate landscape.
Hi, I'm Sherry Ethell, Realtor and Team CEO of the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty. Your ideal moment has arrived. We tailor our approach to you and your needs and goals. Let us put our extensive network to work for you. Take the stress out of the process.
Whether buying or selling, remember the name Sherry Ethell and the Sherry Ethell Team. Visit the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty behind Denny's on Fry Boulevard in Serria Vista. Call or text 717-599-2439 or Google us for more information. Real integrity, real results.
All right, folks, welcome back to the show.
All right, welcome back to Keepin' It Real,
brought to you by the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty Studios.
I am here joined with Tammey Saffo and Janet Morlock, and we're talking Relay for Life, the 2025 Relay for Life of Serria Vista on Saturday, October 25th.
Event organizer
2 p.m. to 10 p.m. And it's all going down at Veterans Memorial Park.
A number of events
Now,
for
we talked about history, which is amazing. 31 years. That's hard to believe that we've been doing it that long.
19.
Yeah.
So
What about
you're
raising funds? How did those
how many
get
events
used? What do they
did you
go
do this year,
for?
or you're
What's the
planning to do this
impact
year?
there for our
Probably-ish.
community?
I started
So
doing
the
events
funds
back
are
in February,
used
but I don't know
for
exactly
research.
how many.
They're
I'd
also
say.
used
seems
for
like there's
patient
like 5 or 6
services
of them.
and
I think
also
I did like
advocacy.
maybe 7 to
It's
7,
very
I think.
important.
Wow.
We
Yeah.
do
So that's a lot.
obviously
A lot
we
of
do not
events
have
for
a
one
research
person
center
to
here in
handle
Sierra
and to
Vista.
kind of
But I
organize.
want
But he does
to
a
tell you a
wonderful
very
job
short
of this,
story.
and they're all for wonderful
I know
causes. He
someone
takes
very
no money from
personal
it,
to
and
me
all the proceeds
who
go to benefit
research
these
is helping.
organizations.
And
It was
he's
actually 8.
one of many.
8?
He
Okay.
went through
Nah, I
40
stand
rounds of
corrected. That's
radiation.
amazing.
Yeah,
He was
September
told
I do a
he
appreciation
was-
party.
He
Oh, that's
couldn't
right, your
do
appreciation party,
radiation
okay.
anymore.
So
Research
what's
has
the
helped.
next one? So this
so
is
within the
benefiting
last
Broken
year,
to Brave
he's been
Horse
told that, you
Sanctuary.
know what,
That's
if
when
it
is
comes
this?
back,
This will be October
they
25th.
can dial
So
it
that's
in
the following
and,
Saturday. So that's next
use
Saturday.
radiation again.
And
so
it's from 12:30
research is
to
profound.
7:30.
We have
And where's it at?
grants
It's gonna be
that
at
are
the
given to
Tombstone Brewery on the
doctors,
West End.
and we've had
Tombstone
some
Brewery at the
in
West End of Sierra Vista,
Arizona
right here in Sierra
even.
Vista.
The patient
Great place
services,
to
we have
go
a
hang out.
24/7
And
hotline
this is
that people
benefiting
can
Broken to
call
Brave Horse Sanctuary.
any day of
Now,
the week,
what kind of
any
an
hour of the
outfit are they?
day,
What do
and
they
get
do?
questions
So a little
answered.
bit
They
about
can
that.
get help. They
So
can
if they're
get
just starting
information.
their journey, they
Rescue,
could
I should
kind
say,
of touch
or,
into
you know,
this and
Yes.
learn more
sanctuary.
about
And basically
They-
they
guys do.
help
Yes,
horses
and
and
they
donkeys
have,
that are about to
if
be on
you're
the
just
chopping
starting your
block.
journey
So
and maybe
they
a little
save
need
them,
a little
and
help
then
with
they get 'em new
organization,
homes
they
and
have a
adoptions and stuff
folder
like
that pretty
So
much
basically
helps
they
you
try
with
and save as
doctor
many horses as they
appointments,
can.
medication.
No, and these
But
are
they're
all ages
there to
of
help,
horses,
and
right?
so this
And
money
donkeys as
goes
well.
Yeah, she
towards
just
that.
saved Kenzie
It
is
also
the
goes
main
towards
head person of it, but
information
she just saved like
for
6 baby
patient
horses from being
services
taken
and
to their
early
other
detection,
side.
Yeah, so
education.
these 6 colts,
So
they would have
we're trying to
gone
remind
to
people,
a
hey, listen,
butcher
do
house,
your
right?
Yeah,
that's where most of
annual
these are going.
exams.
And
Women
so they
do
end
your
up getting
mammograms,
sent
your
off
pap
to
smears.
a
Men do
butcher
your
to make, I'm assuming,
PSAs.
probably dog food or something like that.
Another
And
incident
so they
where
end up being
had a
slaughtered.
city worker.
So that's their whole mission is saving
and
all these
the
animals before
city
they
allowed
they
for
get to that point.
wellness checks.
Yeah, and so they
And
rescue
had they
these
not
animals.
done this,
and
this
do they,
person would
do
not
they
have
house
been
them
diagnosed with
and
this
board them for
cancer.
a while?
Yeah,
and,
until
been
until they're
as
able
well
to
off as he's
get
doing
them a new
today.
home, then yeah, they
Wow.
keep
So
them
it makes
as long
a
as they can,
difference.
and then once
So
someone
that's
else takes
amazing.
them,
It's
they have their
particularly
forever
amazing
home.
that, you know,
Yeah.
just like you would a shelter dog or
Yeah.
anything get all these breakthroughs,
Wow,
and so
that's
it's kind of
cool.
neat that we're
So
getting
these guys
some
kind of a
ground
different
on this
actually
to be able
organization
to
for you.
continue
Oh, yeah,
in a way trying to fight a little bit longer, maybe even find closer to that cure.
Nothing like this.
And as far as the actual event that you host, I know you're always teams are going to be there.
I mean,
animal
what kinds of
shelter, and that's always
activities
a good thing.
will we
So
find?
this will be
Well,
kind
we're
of
going to have a
different but
DJ this
neat
year.
thing.
DJ Mikey
And so it's
is
Tombstone
going to
Brewery,
be
October
up there on the
25th
stage
Saturday,
playing some
12:30 to
music,
7:30,
so we're going to have
next
fun with
weekend
that.
on a
We
Saturday week from
also
today.
we have
And,
two great
benefiting those
MCs,
guys.
Sheriff
And then
Daniels
what are you
and
doing
Jeff
there?
Davenport.
Is it
That'll be up there
gathering,
on the
or
stage
what's
helping
So
us
yeah,
out.
it's a gathering.
Along
we have
with
a
the
DJ
mayor
coming
will
out.
be there representing.
Okay.
But they're
yeah,
up
my
there
buddy from
along
Tucson
with,
will
we
be
have some
DJing
Serria
this
Vista
event.
royalty
So yeah, we're
that'll
going to
be
be
there as
collecting
well. And so
monetary
they're going to
donations and
help
supplies
throughout the event.
So yeah, it's just a
So some of the
fundraiser
things
and
that they're going to be
just
doing
trying to
are
help them out
games
as
and
much as we can.
activities
What
such
kinds of
as the
supplies are you
frozen
thinking?
T-shirt
like
contest, which is
feed,
always
last year.
lead
it's
ropes and
always
stuff
fun
like that.
to see.
Yeah.
And
So
also
anything
hula
that
hooping.
you think a horse would
We're
need,
going
or
to have
yeah.
women of
and
wisdom. We're going to be
brushes and
doing
stuff
some
like that.
Zumba.
So
Get out there
fly spray and stuff like
yep,
that.
get out there and get
combs
active.
And just anything
One
like
of
that.
the
And,
best,
halters
I would
and
say,
just,
activities
all that
I think of
fun
the
stuff.
event,
So
and I
you
think
horse
Janet
people out
would
there
agree
who are
with me, is
listening today
Mr.
and would
Relay.
like to make a donation,
So we
there's a
have
possibility
gentlemen
for you
of all
on the 25th
ages
there to donate some tack
participate,
and
and
help
they
these
get
guys out at
dressed
the
up
horse
in women's
sanctuary, the
clothing,
Broken to Brave
and
Horse
they
Sanctuary,
lip sync to a
right
song of
here
their
locally.
choosing
And
for about 30
then
seconds.
Also, you're raising funds for
and
them,
some
right?
of them have
Yeah.
little
How
dance
does that work?
routines.
All the money that we
And
get will go
so then
directly
after they get
to them. They'll
done,
be
they're
out there as
interviewed
well.
by the
And then she's going to be
MCs
selling
and
some like
Miss Serria
T-shirts as
Vista,
well.
Miss Serria
Okay,
Vista
cool.
team.
She made some T-shirts
And so
for
once
the
they
event.
get
Okay, so they're
done,
going to
then
have
they
some
go
event
out
shirts. You can
and
buy
they
a
solicit
shirt.
for
You
money
can
that
get,
goes all back
donate
to
some
Relay
tack
for
or
Life.
some feed or
And
whatever
that's a
you have
very
for
big
horses and
fundraiser, and
bros
people
or
just have a lot of
donkeys,
fun.
and
And that
you'll have an
occurs later in the
opportunity to meet the
evening.
people there
So
and learn
everybody
more
usually
about
has a
the
pretty good
actual
time with that.
sanctuary.
But
Yeah.
they'll be dancing,
and then you're
we'll
gonna have
have
some music
face
there.
painting
Oh,
as
yeah. Is it
well.
Is it going to be inside or outside?
It's
This
gonna be
year
outside
we
on the
have
patio.
Yeah.
Because
a youth
I
area
always like
that
doing
we
stuff
haven't had in
outside,
quite
especially
some
if it's nice
time.
weather too. Like, don't
And
want to be all
thankfully,
cooped
we
up and
have
stuff.
a
Yeah, no, I know. Actually,
JROTC
the events that
teacher
you've
that is
hosted,
heading that
out
up,
there, like
and she has
the
gotten
one out there at
Serria
Native, was
Vista
nice
youth
sitting
involved,
outside, and you kind
JROTC,
of are able to
National
break
Honor
off from the rest of the
Society,
group,
the Key
so you're
Club,
not
Student
disturbing
Council.
other patrons
So they're
who
going
are
to be
there,
helping
and
out
yet
with the
you're
kids area.
still
They're going to
enjoying
be
the
at
atmosphere.
Jumping
So
Castle
it's kinda
as
cool.
well as
And,
basketball.
what are you hoping for?
There will be some
a
other
dollar amount
games
that
as
you
well.
got
Face
in your
painting
mind
will be there.
for this one
And
or
then
the other one?
it will be, and then
Have you ever
as
go into
people
it
are
with
walking
that?
around the track, they're going to
sometimes I
see
have,
what the
but sometimes
teams
it's like I don't
are.
wanna
They're usually either
jinx it.
selling
Yeah.
some arts and crafts
So
or some
basically, I just want it to be
baked goods
successful
to raise
and
money, and the
not
money
like a
goes
failure
towards
or a
Relay
flop.
for
So
Life.
just basically, like,
Now
if
tell
you're
us
hearing
about
this, just come
the
on out.
walking part of it.
If you don't even know anything about
now,
horses,
these
I'm sure
teams
you
and
would still
whatnot, or
enjoy a good
even
time.
individuals, really, they might have
All right,
some
Brendan, I'm going to hold
friends
you
or
off for
family
1
or
second
somebody
here,
who
and
is
I think we're going to
sponsoring them to walk around the track.
Stay tuned for more
How does
Brandon
that work?
Sharp
Well,
and
what
more about
happens
his
usually
upcoming
is
events
the
today
teens
and
sign
next
up
week
and they
on next
register,
Saturday, and we'll
and
be
they
right back.
do fundraising. So it
What's in
could
the
be
name?
sponsorship from
Everything.
the local business
Long
here in
Realty has been a
town.
cornerstone of
It could
Southern
be a
Arizona's real
cakewalk.
estate
It
market
could
for
be,
nearly
we
100
have the
years.
junior
Our name is our
ROTC
bond, and our
from
agents are our
Tombstone is
strength.
doing a
Trust in the
pennies,
name that stands for
fundraiser.
experience and
So
expertise.
it's whatever
Visit
they want to do.
longrealty.com or call
We have sometimes they do car washes,
520-459-4993 to
but they
connect
sit
with an
there and
agent
raise
today.
money. And we do have some
Long Realty.
people that would sponsor,
Smart move.
a youth to
Hey,
do so
welcome
many
back to the
laps.
Sherry
and
Ethell
they-
Team Long Realty
they-
Studios.
they
I'm Dion
give
Ethell. It's
them-
really got a
host
lot
with
more
Keeping It Real.
options,
And we're keeping it real
so
today
they can
with
almost do
Brandon
anything.
Sharp,
They can
our
do
event
anything
organizer.
that
So I think
they
we
so
left off
desire
with
that
the
helps
two
raise money
events.
for
Is
cancer.
that tough?
So do some of these guys, if they
were
did
talking
it
about
at
that
car wash
it's a
ahead
little
of
bit of
time,
work because you're
and
going
they
to
raise
finishing
funds
the
and they
other
raised,
ones,
and you're going to
$500
$500
or whatever.
Sure. And they just come and present that to you at the day of the event, or how's that?
It's a little bit.
What happens is we have meetings throughout the year because we're fundraising and trying to coordinate for this event year round.
At the same time, because
so
I
we have
originally was going
meetings,
to
and
try
so
and
the
do these events
teams
in
come to the
November,
meetings. They can turn in the money, and we have with technology, it's been really amazing. We have a fundraising app that a lot of people use. You just download it on your phone. American Cancer Society fundraising app. So you can download that, and people can take money through that. They can go online and buy credit card and donate by that as well.
But it's busy.
And so the teams will come to the meetings, and next Monday we're having our bank night. So they come to the meeting, they turn in their luminarias, they turn in money, they pick up supplies that we get for them for their team site.
It's tough with the parade and all those other things going on. Everybody's going in 20
we're
different
there for
directions.
reasons,
And all these
but
restaurants
we're
have,
there
like,
to
the
also
veteran
have
meal,
fun
you know,
and
so,
bring
like,
the community
they're
together,
going out
and
to
it's an
eat,
amazing
whatever,
community
Yeah,
that we
no,
have.
that's
Sounds
true.
awesome.
So, yeah, it's tough.
Let's take a quick break. When we come back, though, maybe you can give us how to contact you guys.
And then
what's
after
the
these
best
two,
way
that'll
to
be it
connect
for
up
this
with
year.
you,
So
whether it be
that's it.
websites or other people.
So,
We'll get
you'll
that
be able to
from
take
them.
a long
So
breather
this
and
is,
start
again, Dion
planning for
Ethell.
next year, right?
I'm
Yeah,
here
we're
with
gonna-
Keepin'
we're
Real,
gonna start
and I'm
back
here
in
with Tammey
February
Saffo
for the
and
Tombstone
Janet
Shelter
Morlock
fundraiser.
from Relay for
Okay.
Life.
So that'll-
We'll be
we're
right
gonna
back.
do
We're
that.
already going to have to gear up.
Oh, yeah.
and
Discover
think about
excellence
what
in
we're
real
gonna do.
estate
We're
with
gonna
the Sherry
start
Ethell
doing
Team
that every
at Long
February.
Realty.
Yeah, are
your
you thinking
premier
about
choice in
your
Cochise County.
same kind of thing? I think
Sherry's
last time you
amazing
had
team
some
brings
music,
honesty,
some food,
expertise, and a
you
deep
had
understanding of
Yeah, I
the local
think we're
market.
going to do
Whether you're
everything
a
the
first-time
same. I
buyer
just don't
or a
think that
seasoned
we're going to
homeowner,
have
they're
a
committed to
food
your
vendor
peace of mind
because,
and handle
like, he was
every
great and all,
detail
but it's
for
like,
you.
I think it was kind of pointless
Your
because the
approach,
shelter was making
personalized
burgers and
service
dogs,
above
and so
and
was that
beyond
guy. So it's
transactional
like,
real
so it's
estate,
like, you
building
know,
lifelong
you don't
relationships,
really need
nationwide
food to sing.
connections,
Yeah.
local
So,
expertise.
He came
There's
all
a
the way
reason
from
this
New
team is
Mexico.
amongst the
So
top
bad.
realtors
But
in Arizona
he was already
and
here
across the
visiting,
nation.
and he
You
heard
owe
about
it
my
to
event,
yourself
wanted
to
to be a
call
vendor.
or visit
So
the
Well,
Sherry
it's nice
Ethell
to be
Team,
part
the
of it.
top team at Long
So,
Realty behind Denny's
yeah,
on
that's
Fry
right.
Boulevard in
I
Sierra
remember you
Vista.
saying
Call or
that,
text
that you had an after party at the Oriental
717-599-2439 or
Oh,
Google
wow.
us for
I
more
did not know
info.
that.
Real
Yeah.
integrity,
Well, all
real
these
results.
events that you do.
All right,
and
welcome
all these
back to
donations that you
Keepin'
make,
Real.
have
I'm
you
Dion
kinda kept
Ethell
track
with the
of
Sherry Ethell
how
Team
much
at
money
Long
you
Realty
raised
Studios
for all
here.
these
I'm a team
organizations
realtor,
as a
but I'm also the
combined
host of the
effort?
show.
I mean, I
And I'm here
have, but like
joined
not
with
off. I don't
Tammey
like have
Saffo
a
and
set
Janet
number right now
Morlock
off the top
from
of my
Relay
head.
for Life. I know you just do this
Pirates of the
because
Caribbean.
it's
I
out
think
of your
is your
heart
theme
Yeah.
this year, right? I know you're trying to do a good thing for them. And whatever,
Right.
I know you told me
it's,
many
the
times.
2025 Relay for Life of Sierra Vista.
whether
It's going to be a big event.
500 or 5,000.
It's Saturday, October 25th.
I'm pretty happy about
2
that.
p.m.
Yeah,
to 10
I was
p.m. That's
telling you
when
before,
both of the
shelter,
events going
like,
down
they're
at
just
Veterans
grateful that they
Memorial
got
Park.
some, like, the
Now, we were
$4,000,
just
you know, for
talking
the
before
shelter.
the
Well,
break
that's a big
about a lot of the activities and
so
whatnot
that's
that you're
awesome that you're
having.
able to raise
I hear
that.
there's
That's probably
something
the
new
first time.
this
Yeah,
year
that's probably
that
I
you
think
guys
the
are
most
having. Maybe you can tell me about
because
that,
normally
Janet.
here or there,
We
hit or miss,
decided
you know,
that we
yeah.
wanted to
Yeah,
kind
you
of
know,
up
open
the
the dogs,
volume
you
and
know,
up the
so that really-
participation
Every
a
dollar
little.
counts.
Yeah.
I can
And
tell
I
you,
know Tammy's already
from
talked
running a
about that
charity
with
that
things like
every
our
dollar
theme
counts.
laps where people
It
are
really
going
does
to,
stack
you've got
up
to
at
be
the
there
end of
when
the
the
day.
two
So people like you,
competing
you're
JROTCs
indispensable.
from
Sometimes
Tombstone and
it
Buena,
might not
they
seem
got out
like
there
it all
and they
counts,
did a
but yeah,
shout
you're right,
down
it
cancer
all goes
last
to the
year.
same
Yeah.
place.
Pretty cool.
Yeah,
It
Yeah,
was
it's super
amazing, and it
important.
was
You know,
pretty
they
off
really
the
go a
cuff.
long
They didn't
ways with
really
these
even plan it
charities.
much.
We really stretch
Do we
those
always do the
dollars.
survivor
Especially
lap?
nowadays,
And you're going to
all the
want to
dog
be
food
there
and
for
stuff,
that
like,
because
how
we're
it's
opening
so
up at 2
expensive,
o'clock.
so-
And
It's
by
very
3 o'clock, we'll
expensive.
have
I
the
think everything's
survivors. And
expensive.
if you
So
want to
now
feel
it's
good about
more needed
something,
than ever.
and if you
So
want to see
one last
strength
shout
and
out,
resiliency,
Brandon. So it's
I know
Brandon's
we got to
Bike
raise
Night
money,
and
but my
Veteran
favorite
Food
part of
Drive
Relay
at
is
Doc's Watering Hole
actually
tonight
that
at 4
lap,
to 8 p.m.
because
and
I
you're
have a
gonna have
picture
food,
that
drink,
you'll probably
bike,
that's on my
and
Facebook
vendors,
page
and
right now,
you'll have maybe a raffle
and
day.
it's
Oh yeah,
the
we're having
survivors
raffles.
lap, and it's
Some
a
local businesses
survivor.
are throwing in like
And
Indochine,
she looks like she's happy. She looks like she just won the Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstake because she's out reuniting with her friends from last year's Relay.
Yeah.
And then
And
next
the amount of
week,
joy that
next
these
weekend
people
on
maintain
Saturday
while going
also,
through treatment,
the
the amount of
25th
happiness.
is Tombstone Brewery,
Recently, I was
12:30 to
talking to an
7:30,
oncology
and that's
nurse,
gonna
and I
benefit the
asked, "How
Broken
do you do
Brave
that when you
Horse
deal with
Sanctuary?"
people
That's correct.
who
Well,
they're not
Brandon, I
always
love
having
you
good
coming
days
on. I
with you?"
appreciate your time.
And
Appreciate
her
giving an
comment was
inside
because
scoop.
they're the most
I
upbeat
appreciate
people
all
I've
your guys'
ever been
support. I couldn't
around
do
when it
this
came to
without you
nursing.
guys. It takes a
I've
village,
never
so
seen
thanks
anything
for
like
always,
it. They
like,
come
being
in,
there
they're
for me.
happy, they
We
smile, they
appreciate
bring us
you and all the
cookies.
things that you do.
And
it's
so
people
that
like yourself
positivity,
that makes
that
Sierra
energy
Vista
flow
and Cochise
kind
County
of lets
really
the rest
special.
of us know that
It's
we can
awesome
beat
that you do
anything
this out of the kindness of your own
that
heart
we
to
come
organize
across.
this, because I know that this stuff
So
takes
that's
a
the
lot of
routine
personal
stuff that we're going
time
to keep
that you could be
doing
doing other
forever.
things. So
But
kudos
this
to you
year we
and all the
decided
work that you're doing.
to pump it up a
Folks,
little
we'll be
with
right
this
back. This is Keepin' It
spectacular
Real
chance
with
to
Dion
win
Ethell
because
and the Sherry
we
Ethell
want
Team
people
on
there
Realty
celebrating
Studios.
our
We'll be right back.
survivors, our caregivers.
That brings us to the end of another Keepin' It Real radio show, and we just want to say a big thank you for letting us be a small part of your weekend. Whether you're a longtime listener or just caught us for the first time today, we're so glad you're here. Got something you'd love us to talk about? Maybe a local story, a cool event, maybe a guest idea, maybe you're related to or know someone who has an interesting story, profession, or past. We would love to hear from you. So drop it in our Keepin' It Real suggestion box at Long Realty. We're located just behind Denny's on Fry Boulevard. Or if it's easier, you can email me directly at sherry@sherryetthelteam.com or call me or text me at 717-599-2439. This is your show, and it's all about our community, our connections, and the what's up of Cochise County. And as always, keeping things real. And your voice will help shape what we do next. We'll see you next Saturday from 7 to 8 a.m. right here on 104.1 Cool FM, making radio cool again.
Having fun.
Stay safe and stay cool, Cochise County, and keep it real.
We live for quality of life. And so we want to make it fun. So those are one of the things we'll see. I can't wait to see what you put on. I don't know. And I do want to let you know, I'll Zumba if you Zumba. So there's a little challenge there. I have no grace or coordination, so I just want to throw that out to you. We're just going to keep it up. It's going to be a non-stop action. We'll set you up with a way to win that for our registered participants. So they're going to want to be there. They're going to get dialed in, be part of that. We also have